Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2, where we are playing Sweden. Last session was exhilarating, where we finally faced the Russian Empire in a very favorable terms, we and Prussia and Ottomans fight it at the same time, but most importantly, we won. For us, that made the sense that we hurt Russia. It dropped to the 12th place, and it gained a lot of war exhaustion, which is awesome for us, honestly. That's like the best thing. We also gained the region of Kola, where we have a core, but we also got two provinces where we don't have a core. The matter of the fact is that Russia will come back for this territory and will demand it back, which is why we are now going to suck up to Russia and increase the relations with them as fast as we can so that we prevent them from attacking us. But we're allied with Prussia still, so in case something like that happens, we might get their support. If that doesn't happen, we'll be screwed though, because I don't think that there is any way in which we can reasonably, as an empire at this point, face Russia. We have 127 military rating. Oh, they have 162. But this constitutes, our mainland and our armies in the colonies. So it's not all that good. But we'll make sure that our technologies and everything is up to par. We'll need to make sure that the army technologies are researched and stuff like that, It's definitely important for us. So, sucking up to Russia is going to be one major thing. We are also planning to attack Luongo and Congo this session to gain them as our colonies, and maybe even colonize a bit in the Swedish Africa here. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All the regions around us have a pretty low life rating, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to colonize anything there, but we'll see, I'm happy with how it's progressing. I think we also spoke about the fact that we should get like stock exchange and these kinds of things, because they boost administrative efficiency, and for colonies this is super important because of their cap that hurts our income and hurts everything. Last but not least, I would like to speak about the crisis that is now brewing, where Prussia, backed by United Kingdom and Sardinia-Piedmont, is trying to liberate Hungary from Austria. This, on the other hand, is gonna end up bad for Prussia and I think United Kingdom and Sardinia, because the war is gonna be long and Austria is backed by France, which is the second strongest military in the world, being second only to United Kingdom. However, United Kingdom rarely actually does fight in Europe. It keeps its units in the colonies and in the mainland. So this is gonna be a brawl between Prussia against Austria and France. And I'm pretty sure that Prussia is gonna lose this. So for that reason, we are not gonna join this place, because we would break our alliance with Prussia if we did. I'm just gonna take a prestige hit for not getting involved. But I don't really want to, so it's okay with me. Military-wise, we're getting some artillery built, and once that is done, I would like to go with some navy, because we should get the steamers. We're currently researching the mechanical production, which, as industry is concerned, will give us things that we need also for, or maybe it's the practical steam engine. Oh yeah, it's the practical steam engine. Okay, so we'll need that one. So that we can build a reasonable navy. So, let's start the game and see how things will progress from now on. Are we... Okay, we're justifying the war against Luongo. Let's hope that's not gonna backfire, because getting like 15 infamy would be detrimental to our prestige, which is already being butchered by the infamy that we have right now. Can we increase the relations 16th of August? Okay, now it's gonna be possible. Okay, good. We're encouraging craftsmen everywhere. Our factories are doing really good, I say. Especially the steel one. But we have like a ton of factories. Okay, international crisis. The diplomatic negotiations in the current crisis have failed. It seemed to feel the battle with deciding who is right. Okay, we lost 24 prestige, but it's okay. I'm up to par with that. You know, I'm not gonna get involved in this shit. I can already tell you this is gonna go all the... Because, you know, if we join France, we would fuck up Prussia's alliance and, you know, get hurt that. But if we join Prussia, we would get steamrolled by the units of Austria and France. Oh my god, here they come. Oh, and they mobilized too. Holy crap. My biggest hope is that France won't go overboard with demands and will not ask for things like Rhineland and Westphalen, because they could. Pardon me. If they go ham, they might destroy Prussia completely in this war, or cripple it severely, and we need it as a guarantee against Russia. So, oh hey, the Göteborg artillery is gonna be ready soon. So come to Stockholm. Yeah, our first army is gonna be ready. We're gonna start building the second army after this one. 626 is a decent. Okay, they pulled their call to arms away before I could answer it, but the alliance is not broken. We got Robert Torrens. Robert Torrens was a British army officer and the owner of the influential Globe newspaper. Torrens was an independent discoverer of the Ricardo's principle of comparative advantage in international trade, albeit a promoter of reciprocal tariffs rather than unilateral free trade. Torrens was also a co-discoverer of the Ricardian theory of differential rent, although in later editions recanted the Malthusian population doctrine on which it was partly based. Torrens remained a consistent critic of the labor theory of value. Well, that's actually good. Permanent prestige is fine. And we got an increase in education. I wish we got... well, we dropped the taxes. Okay, that's fine. I was thinking that our budget is not looking all that good, but it's mostly because we are screwing with it by lowering the taxes to make our people happier. And I bet they are. You know, they're all being pretty good. So that's fine. There seems to be a shortage of horses on the market. Don't we have like a horses? We do. There's just no one works there. Where's a Scanalond? Götaland, Svealand, Scanalond. Yeah, we are encouraging workers there. It's kind of weird that it's not growing. There's like 17% of the population. Oh, nice. Prophylaxis against malaria. That one is good. This medicament gave the patient the protection against the disease gotten from malaria mosquito, which was very common in the tropics. Life rating lowered by 5%. So we still can't colonize? Oh, damn. Colonial map mode. It's already settled. Okay, this one. Yeah, wait. Oh, that's part of Luango. And these are all horrible. Desert. No, we were found out in our attempt to justify war against Luango, but 7 infamy I'll go with. You know, at least it's not 15. Hello, Russia. Do you want to meet and treat with me? How's the war going? Oh, there's also the Mexican Restoration Order of the Rio Grandes. It's still going on. Yeah, but they have no military. Yeah, it's not gonna last much longer. Mexico has only 20, but 20-0 is still, you know, a complete superiority. And the Prussian War of Hungarian Freedom. Actually, Prussia seems to be winning attacker occupation, but the defender occupations are much more. Yeah, look at that. Well, we could call this the Western Front. The Western Front is completely broken. They're just sieging everything. Oh yeah, and while the bulk of Prussian forces is here in Austria. So they might be... Yeah, the army of Prussia is vastly superior to the French forces, but the problem is that they will never, like... Because Great Britain is not gonna get involved in this, like the bastard, they're just gonna blockade everyone and be happy with that. One thing at pharmaceuticals. The advancement of medicine has led to development of proper pharmaceuticals, especially those using opiates, as a method of medical treatment replacing more traditional methods. Good. We got mechanical production, plus 10% to RGO throughput and factory throughput. That's also good. And we got upper house rearranged. More reactionaries, more conservatives, a bit more anarcho-liberals, and a bit more separatists, but still very low. Liberals lost some seats. So what's gonna be next? We can go with the practical steam engine and be done with it, which I'm actually gonna probably do. Or we could go with stock exchange, or the sculpture, which I want the state and the government, man. I always want everything. Okay, let's go with practical steam engine now. That's gonna be useful for us, and it's gonna benefit us greatly. There's a lot of, like, the Rotterdam plow, wool production, pit threshing, good, grain and fruit production, and we will be able later on to get ironclads and monitors logging to ally. Oh, and steam water pumps are great too. They increase coal, iron, copper, and lead production by 50%, which is something that's gonna be just incredible for us. Look at that. We get coal, we get iron, and we get copper. No lead though, but we've already dealt with that. No good chain gang. Oh man. Everyone gain consciousness, don't gain militancy. Schleswig. Oh hey, there's a second war of Danish control over Schleswig going on. Ah, okay. They're taking advantage of Prussia being too busy. Peruvian liberation of Aquaria and Pastaza. Really? Let's check that. Peru is at war with Bolivia, Ecuador, and Colombia, and the war is over this territory. Holy crap, it's half of Ecuador. Oh, this is interesting. Argentina, Paraguay, and Peru against Bolivia, Ecuador, and Colombia. What's the... And army counts are fairly same. Oh my god. Prussian War. Hungarian freedom. The United Kingdom humiliate France. How the fuck will you guys do that? Blockades. Establish protectorate against Longo has been gotten. Yeah, France is already deploying troops here. United Kingdom, I think, is not at all interested in this. Yeah, it's gonna be... I would still bet on France winning this, even though the war score seems to suggest that's not gonna happen. We've built the forts here, that's good. And we have... this army ready to go against Loango. So we'll declare the war, which is gonna be... actually really expensive, so I'm also gonna raise the taxes by 10% for all of my people, and after the war decrease it. Can you not go there? Okay, they can go to Jambala, so they can go, and then we will be ready. Oh my god, it's gonna be a god-awful attrition, I can already tell you that. And while we're at it, we can already declare the war. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Not much prestige to be had from it, though. We get Eduard Bernstein. Eduard Bernstein was originally a staunch disciple of Marx and started his life in the German Sozialdemokratische Party. But during his later exile in London, Bernstein gradually became convinced that the best way to obtain socialism in an industrialized country was through trade union activity and parliamentary politics. He published a series of articles where he argued that the predictions made by Marx about the development of capitalism has not come true. He pointed out that the real wages of workers had risen and the polarization of the classes between an oppressed proletariat and capitalists had never materialized, nor had capital become concentrated in fewer hands. Bernstein's revisionist views appeared in his extremely influential book Evolutionary Socialism. Post-free permanent prestige, good. 1899. And we got tropical lumber mills. With the advent of improved mechanical saws, the ability to turn hand to harvest tropical wood into proper lumber has become available. Tropical lumber mill. Okay, we can build tropical lumber mills. That's fine. Yeah, we're still hemorrhaging money, but at least it's not 100, but it's like 20 or 30. Where are the factories looking? I would honestly like to get more horses. Oh, we already do have that built. Okay, good. These two are self-sufficient. Russia, treat with me. And yeah, Prussian forces here are getting raped. We get a mechanized slaughtering block. By mechanizing the procedure inside the slaughterhouse, the handling was sped up and output increased. Cattle production throughput 50%. Wow, that's actually a huge bonus. I mean, when you say it was sped up, you don't usually mean doubled. Oh boy. And this entire territory is now under French control, and they're pouring in. Oh my god, look at that. What's the war score now? Damn, it's still 50 from the battles. How come? Socialists! Karl Marx has published the Communist Manifesto, which has led to workers in Switzerland to found a party dedicated to advancing the agenda laid out therein. They call themselves socialists and believe in a land ruled by the workers, where the workers control the means of production. Equality, justice, solidarity, and democracy are other vital points of socialist ideology. And we get pressure chambers for thorax surgery. When doing thorax surgery, a big problem has been the oxygen in the bloodstream, but doing them in a pressure chamber, the risk of hazard diminished considerably. Prestige boost and education in Kola. Oh nice! The local education in Kola is increasing. I actually haven't even checked what the situation here is like. Do we have like let's remove the one from Scanland. Okay, they don't have enough clergymen, so let's focus on that. Okay, we're boosting that. Come on. Okay, just 2. Okay, that's good. And what about bureaucrats? Okay, they could use some more bureaucrats too. Or bureaucrats. I don't know why I'm saying it so weird. Bureaucrats, not bureaucrats. Yeah, there's so little people living in this territory of Kola that even you know, like 1 or 2 people make sure that it's already done. Where's the region map of population? Here. Yeah, we get 2.13 thousand of people living there, so that's horrifying. And we get the bureaucrats where we need them too. Education in Kola dropped back to 0. Great. Oh well. Hold on, wait, are we upgrading the bureaucrats? What are they called? Clergymen to bureaucrats. They shouldn't now. No, they're not. Good. So you go back to Scandinavia to encourage craftsmen here. Good boy. Okay, are we? Yeah, we are already sieging. Good. So the war in Longo has officially started, and as they have like military power of 5, I don't think there's gonna be much of a problem for us to take them.